the goal of the alchemist is to reach enlightenment. This process is said to take place in 7 different stages, in which elements are transformed from their original state. In a metaphor for a process that goes far beyond mere metallurgy, this is a metallurgy metaphor, which refers to both altered matter and the transformation of the spirit, psyche, mind, and body. This procedure may actually be considered to be a purely spiritual exercise. The following symbols and processes are symbolic representations used to explain the growth of the spirit as it strives to reach transcendence. As a visual guide to the operations of alchemy, we will use an alchemical mandala, which was actually used by the alchemists themselves in trying to understand the relationships between the processes of transformation. The Azoth figure represents not only the chaotic first matter in the beginning of the alchemist's work, but it also represents its perfected essence, or the philosopher's stone, at the conclusion of the work. The Azoth figure is a meditative emblem that appears in several different forms during the late Middle Ages. Focus your attention directly on the face in the center of the Azoth mandala. This central image is the face of a bearded alchemist at the beginning of the work. Imagine you are looking at yourself in a mirror at the center of this mandala. Fix your attention here as you begin your meditation. Feel yourself being drawn into the mandala until you become able to personally recognize yourself in relation to the meaning of these images. As you gaze at yourself in the center, try to mentally embrace a sense of all the opposites that are within yourself, which are depicted here as the king and the queen and the spirit and the soul. The black ray. Look at each ray within the circle. Beginning with the black ray, look at the symbols on this ray. Now move your attention clockwise around the circle. Continue all around the mandala until you reach the final image of the androgynous youth emerging from the grave, which is in fact a clue to the meaning of this image in general and the goal of this meditation. Now sit back and stare at this image as a whole. Imagine yourself becoming free of the dead grave of the flat, square picture, which represents your buried unconscious. Now let your attention go back to the black ray at position 1, which points to the cubic stone. The cube represents salt, or the unpurified self, at the beginning of this work. It also represents the new salt, or stone, at the end of the work. The crowning sphere. Directly above the black ray is the crowning sphere, which is the turning point between the below and the above. It is the beginning and the end of the work. The 7 steps of alchemy lead to the realm of the spirit. Which is said to exist at a higher frequency of consciousness than our usual state of awareness. However, the goal of alchemy is not to remain in this realm of spirit. Rather, as in the Buddhist and Taoist doctrines, the goal of alchemy is to become purified in the realm of spirit and then to return to the earth as a child of spirit. This is the mixing of spirit in matter. It is the awakening of the hidden spark of light and consciousness that is trapped in matter.